What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy Big Bob's back in here. So today I took a little field trip, went to the junkyard, and I got some parts for the electrical. I don't know about you, but I like going to the junkyard. Back in the day, one of my friends and I, we would go all the time. You know, you get in for fairly cheap, and you can find parts for fairly cheap. Well, it used to be fairly cheap. Right now, the prices they're a little more expensive than it used to be. I got all my parts today. I paid around 150. That's for everything, and this warranty for 90 days. All right, found one already for when I make my harness. It's already taken apart, so I'm gonna grab this here and try to take off this fuse box here. Get a look at it and compare that one with the other one. This is a 2003 Suburban. All right, gotta get these off here. That's why I don't have, I'm trying to get this fuse block. I'm not sure if I really need it or not, but I'm gonna get it just in case. I have this one, I think, right here at the house now. No, maybe this one. Anyway, I'm gonna take this off. All right, this is the bottom scheme here. I should get these colors here. We have white, green, and then gray and black. White, green, black. Gotta figure out how to get these out. Whole harness is connected to this little thing here. Get this thing off here. See what this is. This part here goes into the firewall. So this thing is right out here. Okay, all these other extra wires I don't think I'm gonna need, just in case when I get back home if I see something. This is what I already have. These are attached to other parts for the engine. These things here, I don't necessarily know if I'll need them. These go into the fuse block. So if I see these wires, this is what they're for. All right, one of those things came from out there. This white piece. I don't think I'll need it. So let me put this down like this here. All right, I'm gonna get this OBD2 connector thing. So I've been messing around with the CJ for a minute. I've done the wiring. Everything, you know, it's in testing phase, but I have power going to my fuse box, but I can't get anything going to my fuel pump or the starter, like coming out from the fuse box. So I'm gonna show you guys what I have hooked up so far, what I figured out. I think that possibly my fuse box is bad. I got it from a junkyard. I got it separate from when I got the engine, but I was at a different junkyard that I picked it up. So I may try to snatch up one of those and see if that can fix the issue. Okay, this is the fuse box here on the back side. This is where all the power comes from. So this is the different blocks that I have. For my fuel pump, it's supposed to get powered from here, and this is from my ignition sources over here. We have this right here. It's hot when all the time. This is hot when cranking. This is hot all the time. This is for my OBD reader, and this is for my fuel pump. But the problem that I'm having is I don't get power from the fuel pump, and I don't get power to my starter. So this is what I'm trying to work on now. Like I said, this right here is hot all the time. This, when crank or no crank, this gets power when I crank. So this one here runs, it runs to my ignition. It's supposed to come from my ignition to here, but I don't get anything. But when I turn the key, it works. The problem that I'm having is that I don't get anything. Let's see if this thing is staying here. Of course, it doesn't want to stay. There we go. I'll show you there. All right, so what I found though is if I give these things power to the battery, right, my starter will turn over. And my fuel pump, you probably won't be able to hear the fuel pump, but let me do this over here. My fuel regulator, this is my fuel pump gauge, the pressure gauge for the fuel pump, how much pressure I got. I don't think you hear the fuel pump turn on, but you can see the gauge way move. Let's see. See that right there? And I can hear my fuel pump engaging. So my unscientific way of thinking for me is the problem is either this or I'm having problems with the computer itself. And the computer, what I mean is I think it could be one of the pins from the back of the computer, one of the pins. I've been on this for a while. So I've been working on this for a while, kind of frustrated. Had everything according to the things that I've read and seen, and it looks like it may be just the fuse box itself or the wires coming out from my computer. I know the computer works because when I put it on PC Hammer and I think it's called Universal Patcher, I'm able to communicate from the computer. I haven't taken the VATs off yet, but I'm able to, the computer works. So there's something within the wiring of the fuse box, or possibly the wiring that's coming out of the computer that's giving me issues. So hopefully today I have enough time I can figure this out and possibly get this thing started. It would be a win. I'm kind of happy now because I know that the wiring's there. It's just something that could be, could be a ground. But I have, the grounds. I've checked the grounds. I've moved some grounds. So I don't necessarily think that's it. It could be, but at least there's progress in the Jeep. It turns over because I didn't know if it was the engine was frozen or not. But it turns over, so that's good. I just have to get it to turn over with the key and try to get this thing to spark up on me. All right. Big improvement. So it turns out I went to the place that I got my my wiring harness from, and I got another fuse box. So he let me borrow one, and if it works, then I'll just go back and I'll pay him the money for it. So that's all good. The Jeep's making sounds, and I have a check engine light, which I never had before. So this is real good. Even though it's not, I can't get it to turn over. I think that's due to a neutral safety switch, but that's all good. So the switch I have now, the issue I'm having is that I can't get the piece to fit back on. I don't know why, but the connector won't fit back on. But when I when I take off the vats, then I believe I can also disable the neutral safety switch. But what I'm gonna try to do is get this back on and then adjust it. But let me show you guys what the Jeep does now, which is never done before, which is good news. I heard sound I never heard, and I've seen other videos when this has happened. Also, another thing is that another thing I'm getting is my fuel pump. I hear it engaging. So this is good news. I'm totally stoked about this. So let me show you what happens when I plug this in. Maybe you guys can hear it. So that's big news going on. I'm totally stoked. So then let me show you on the inside, my gauge is working. So my check engine light does come on here. Gauges are working. I just have to clean up some wiring on the inside. Get my, some final things I gotta tidy up on. So anyway, that's big improvement on the CJ. It's been a while. What I find sometimes the best thing to do if something doesn't work, I have to just step away, take a break, and come back to it later. And what I initially thought, it was true. It was the fuse box. So my next thing is just getting this engine to turn over by when I turn the key. I gotta take off the vats and those kind of things. So that's my next step. Anyway, Big Bob's back in here. Peace, and I'm out.